Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 5th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what we have coming up for you this week. It definitely seems to be a week of progress for a lot of people, and I think that holds true for you. You start off with the King of Clubs. As I always say, thinking about the future, planning for the future, all of those wonderful things, thinking about, what you're going to do in the future, things like that. Also, just an amazing card for having like a mentor coming in, having somebody to help you. It's a very nurturing card. So, again, for some of you, could represent literally your father or a father-like figure, or even just, just somebody, a friend. Clubs cards to me represent friends. So it could just represent a friend, male or female, doesn't matter, coming in to help you at this time. So very good card, and somebody who can offer help for probably a variety of situations. You have cards for love here, and you have cards for money as well. And you just have general cards of progress, I would say, in general. So there's a lot of help for you at this time. Next to the Seven of Hearts, doubts about love. I'd say that, pretty much everybody who's single has doubts about love right now, and has feelings of wanting stability in a relationship, having that feeling, that desire for a stable relationship, having that desire for, whatever it is that a relationship means to you in your life. And again, to me, this card, it kind of just represents those thoughts. It doesn't really represent anything solid to me. It just represents, like I said, desire, just wanting those things in a lot of ways. But it is a card of impending peace, good things coming in a short period of time. So I think overall things are improving. Again, next you have the Six of Clubs, represents progress towards anything that you want, making progress, and it's kind of like a slow and steady card. Capricorn had a very similar message of this kind of like slow and steady pace, moving forward, things improving, slowly moving forward, and just seeing improvements in general. So I like to see this for you as well. Great card for learning, and learning for new ways to be successful. Also a great card for having learned from the past, having learned through difficulties. Kings, whenever you have a king, it can kind of loosely represent, learning through difficulties, learning from your past, and seeing how those things have helped you move forward at this time. But like I said, mostly just a great card of success, and success coming to you. Next, you have the Four of Hearts, card of commitments and love. So a lot of you could be seeing a commitment in love. If you're already in a relationship, not if you're not. If you're not in a relationship, though, this card can definitely represent somebody who's interested in you. It can say that there's an admirer out there for you, and you could potentially have love coming in the near future. This is also an amazing and very positive card for travel, any traveling that you're doing, thinking about traveling, or even traveling for business, or moving for business as well. Both Four of Diamonds and Four of Hearts to me represent, kind of like moving for business, thinking about moving for business, or moving for a job. So great cards for that. Next, you have the Nine of Hearts, card of wishes, just getting something you wish for, getting something you want. It's also a card of like victory, like feeling like you're winning something as well. And it can also represent love, somebody who is interested in you in the future. Nines to me can also represent long-distance relationships. To me, long-distance relationships aren't really relationships at all, because you're not physically there with each other. So, really, what's the point in a lot of ways, but it can represent that, can represent long-distance relationships. But to be honest, like I said, it's mostly a card of thinking about a long distance relationship and being like, what's the point? Like literally saying that in your head, because it's a card of changes. It's a card of cycles, and like cycles ending. And so you could be seeing also a lot of changes in love cycles in your life. You could be seeing a lot of love, like I said, love cycles entering into new things as well. This can also represent other things also, like projects you've been working on, businesses you're working on, and a lot of you could be seeing new cycles there as well, making new changes in those areas. And finally here, you have the Five of Diamonds, amazing card for starting anything new. It doesn't matter, business, love, new travel, anything like that. It's a very good card for that. It represents it is a card that I say is a card of just positivity, new positivity being born into your life, and taking kind of new, more positive steps in your life as well. It's like a card of like happiness and success as they say, and seeing more happiness in your life. Definitely after difficulties, after challenges, and after a lot of pressure as well. So it kind of represents a time where you're coming out of these difficulties as well. It's also an amazing card for, like, if you need money, by the way, it's an amazing card for selling things that you own, or, trying to sell something, or trying to sell some sort of service in your life. And not only that, it's a very good card for legal matters as well. If you're involved in anything legal, it can represent some sort of settlement, coming to some sort of agreement, in a legal situation. So I like to see that as well. But looks like a great week for you. Like I said, you might have the best week out of anybody. So enjoy it, and thank you for watching.